What is an extremely common thing that others can do but you can't? I can't whistle. I'm 34 now and I'm beginning to feel it won't ever happen. Never know. I didn't learn until I was 18 and it was a complete accident. I was studying for finals my freshman year of college and let out a sigh. Open envelopes without completely mutilating them. Don't bother to reopen the flap. Just tilt the envelope for the content to fall on one side and tear the other end to avoid damaging the content. Recognize faces with ease. Bro, look into prosopagnosia. It explained so many difficulties I had growing up. I realized something was wrong when a random person walked up to me in school and started talking to me and I didn't realize it was my best friend of 6 years. It turns out this whole time I had been recognizing them based on their backpack and today they had been using a different one. Speak coherently like a normal person. My mind gets way ahead of my mouth. Napping during the day. How do you do that? Nappers? Can't do. Even if I'm extremely tired. Even if I slept 2 hours last night. Same here. The famous 15 minutes power nap. How they can do this? For me it's 8 hours straight or nothing. Remember names? Yep. Same here. I dread people saying, aren't you going to introduce us? No, actually. I may have known these people for years. And could tell you all sorts of things about them. Talk for hours on end. How can you have so much to say? Dude. As someone who can never stop talking, even I don't know how it's possible. It's like a Wikipedia article. Music. Can't carry a tune. Can't play an instrument. Can't even whistle. Not for lack of trying either, I just have no rhythm and can't hear pitch. I was watching a singer react to a song and she was able to know the note by hearing it and I was just like, how? I can't identify a pitch just by hearing it or keep a beat. But I've still managed to be a half decent violinist. As long as you can tell the difference between two pitches it's possible. But that doesn't make it easy. Some people just happen to be wizards that can just tell you exactly what note they can hear. See those magic eye illusions? It's not a schooner, it's a sailboat. Keep a hobby. Everyone I know has at least one hobby, if not multiple. Sometimes a lifelong passion. Meanwhile I can't stick to one for more than 2 weeks. Do you find you tend to get super invested in a hobby for few weeks then get bored? Raising your eyebrows separately. I can only raise both eyebrows or only my left eyebrow. I can only raise both or none at all. I also can't blink without moving half my face. Face flexibility seems to be a thing. Find babies cute. They look like potatoes. Don't get me wrong. I like kids. Just I don't go gaga when I see a baby. Human babies are ugly as frick and anyone who says otherwise are liars. Cartwheels. Black magic. I can do a round off, basically a cartwheel with more power. But I can't do a cartwheel for some reason. Get into a relationship. I'm with you there buddy. Swallowing pills whole. I literally cannot do that no matter how hard I try. I know it's just a mental thing but my reflexes flat out refuse to let me work past this. Thankfully most times if I ask is there a liquid or a chewable version of this, the doctor or nurse I'm talking to can find a solution. A few months ago I had to go on amoxicillin before a root canal and there is, indeed, a chewable tablet. The other 2 prescriptions I take are thankfully small enough to sneak into my food and not notice it getting washed down. Whistle. Not with fingers or anything, I just can't do it. Woman with medium light skin tone shrugging. I can whistle but I can't see the color red because I'm colorblind. Make those bubbles out of chewing gum. I can't whistle through my fingers. I tried several times. I only achieved to spit on my finger. Make friends. Same. Snap my fingers. Pass them to me. I've got a hammer. Roll my R's. Same. No matter how many times people have shown me how to do it I just can't. Painting. Can't even draw scenery. Scenery? I did painting in college as an optional course. I got a final note of 98% because I respected the main goal. Like creativity. Color. Swim. My wife, 36, just learned to swim this year. I can't crack my back anymore. I used to be able to do it all the time, but now I can't. It's not like it's painful. It's just that nothing happens when I try to do it nowadays. I miss that feeling. Drive. Talk. I had a botched intubation that caused damage to my esophagus and vocal cords, so now I can talk beyond a croak. I don't talk in public at all because no one would be able to hear me. So my husband has to go everywhere with me to communicate for me. I don't feel like I have an existence of my own anymore and it's scary all the time. What if I need to scream? It's a good thing I was a mega dork in high school and took miming classes. I communicate through extremely broad gestures and that works pretty well most of the time. Have you tried sign language? It must be frustrating struggling to communicate even with your fab mime skills. Do simple tasks like eat when I'm hungry. My brain files the hunger as difficult and unimportant and instead I research the Byzantine Empire or some shoot. Thanks. ADHD. Wear earbuds. My right ear for some reason just won't ever go in properly. Can't ride a bike. Using chopsticks. See projects through to the end. I have a very hard time doing mentally taxing work with other people around. Lots of nights and weekends. Kneel comfortably. Goddamn knees. I can't whistle anymore. Nerve damage. Read a map. Wink both eyes independently. I try to wink my right eye and I just look like an idiot. Burp. Usually if I burp I'm about to vomit. Only ever happened once or twice that I didn't. Have a baby. Roll my R's. Talk to girls. Talk to people in general. Hard to say words with R and L. Like rural. Depending on how big a problem it is. Run properly. Disabilities suck ass. It's been 5 years since I could cook fried rice. I know the basics. I've been told 215 different tricks. So many people telling me how simple it is. But I just cannot do it myself. I don't know why. But cooking fried rice is my culinary white whale. I've never been able to do a cartwheel. Eating when hungry, stopping when full. Remember people's birthdays. I'm good at most things but I cannot hula hoop. Use greater than and less than symbols correctly. Take it anymore. Form mental images. So I can't create imaginary images and my memory is not visual. My memories are essentially just lists of words and very limited. Formal terms are aphantasia. And severely deficient autobiographical memory. SDAM. Be a normal person with a normal job. Play the guitar and piano. I wish I'd learned to do that in my teens. Tell people what I really think. Drive a car. I can start an IV. Paint a picture. Make miniatures. Etc. But I have a hard time with spatial judgment. It's been years. But Majesty. My eyes will not see. Recognize what counts as good writing in TV shows, movies. That may be attributed to watching things marketed to the lowest common denominator, or being on the autistic spectrum, or whatever. This comment section is going to be really grim. I feel it. Smoke a cigarette. Touch my nose with my tongue. It just doesn't reach lol. Get pregnant. Give birth. I'm a dude. Calm the hell down. Went to a therapist for a few months and she just gives me thought diaries to help me find triggers and then she vanished. Like I don't know if she ghosted me or way. Cooking. Number. Nope. It's just not my thing. One day, when I was just trying to use a freaking microwave, green smoke came out of it. I am afraid to approach the stove at all. Socializing. I cannot hold in the urge to splurge. Sex apparently. It's not for a lack of trying either. Leave the goddamn tap running while brushing the teeth. Be happy. I think people don't understand what is common and what isn't.